Yo, what's up guys, hope you guys are doing good. So today we are gonna see, what if Naruto returns Kage level after training trip, part 1. Hope you'll enjoy this video. So before we start, please subscribe to our channel and like this video. So let's get into the video. Empty, that was a good term for how he was feeling. He felt pathetic, weak, and useless. Even with Kyuubi chakra he wasn't able to defeat Sasuke, he was outclassed. For the first time in his life he felt it, the feeling that he thought he would never feel. Regret. You're weak, aren't you, kid? You better be grateful to me and the 4th Hokage who sealed me within the likes of you. He clenched his fist. The fox was right. He was weak and without the Kyuubi he would have died a long time ago. All he knows is Kage Bunshin and Rasengan. Even his Rasengan isn't perfect. Unlike Jiraiya-sensei he can't create one-handed Rasengan, the only thing he really mastered is Kage Bunshin, and not because he is strong, no, because he had a huge pool of chakra. Throwing chakra away was the best thing he could do, and throwing idealisms of course. And Jiraiya-sensei, the man was a legend all over the world and the strongest in Konoha right now, and yet he acknowledged such a loser like him and considered him as a disciple. He always believed that Iruka was his father figure, but he knew how wrong he was after he spent 1 month with Jiraiya while searching for Tsunade. That moment he understood what it is like to have a father. A person who jokes with you, lectures you, teaches you, laugh with you. He knew Iruka for 6 years or 5, Kakashi for 1 year, but they taught him nothing while Jiraiya in 1 month taught him summoning jutsu, Rasengan, and some Taijutsu katas, so he can stop fighting like a street brawler. Jiraiya-sensei believed in me and taught me his most important techniques, but I still thought his thoughts were cut off when he heard the door sliding open. He turned and sighed inwardly. It was Sakura. Sakura, said Naruto in a whisper. Unlike him, Sakura was obsessed with Sasuke. How would he explain the situation to her? As Shikamaru always says, what a drag. Sakura wasn't good at controlling her emotions, that's why her eyes widened when she heard how Naruto called her. She expected the usual cheerful sound while calling her Sakura-chan, but he just called her Sakura plainly, and his sound was calm and collected. She shook her head and pushed away these thoughts. The girl walked up to Naruto before inspecting his appearance. His blonde hair was visible still, but everywhere else was bandaged. From his head to his toes. Naruto, how are you? Sakura asked awkwardly. She sighed in relief when Naruto gave her a soft smile. Deep inside her she was wondering where his goofy grin disappeared. I'm good, as you see I heal fast, as always. How about the others? Naruto asked with hesitation, afraid of the worst. Sakura waved his worries away. Everyone is okay, don't worry, can't you think about yourself a little bit? Sakura stiffened when Naruto's bright blue eyes darkened, the eyes full of life turned into ice. She was shocked when she heard what he said next. If I stopped worrying about my teammates I will be just like Sasuke, a selfish bastard who betrayed his village for his desire. Naruto howled in anger, it was like he was holding his anger all his life, ironically it felt very well. Sakura froze, finding it hard to retort. She wished to scream at Naruto and told him that he was wrong, but he wasn't, he was right at every word he said. Sasuke abandoned his home so he could seek power. He even went to Orochimaru who killed Lord Third, but she couldn't help but love him. Naruto blinked when she stood up with a smile on her face. You know, you look like a mummy wrapped up like Naruto, said Sakura as she walked to the room's window. She pulled back the curtains to allow the sunlight to shine inside. It's such a beautiful day outside and the weather's been so nice. You should keep these open so. Naruto frowned sadly. He understood why she changed the topic. Sakura blinked when she had hands on her shoulders, she turned and saw Naruto giving her a serious look. Sakura, think about becoming stronger, forget about Sasuke for a while. His time will surely come, but until then, forget about him, Naruto said without hesitation. He knew what he said was blunt, but it was the truth. Sakura glared at Naruto. She couldn't believe what Naruto said. He is our teammate. He might not care about me, but I'm sure he is your friend, Sakura yelped when Naruto clenched her shoulders and yelled at her. Friend? Do friends do this to each other? Alright, go after him. The only thing that will come back is your corpse. Naruto exclaimed bluntly to the naive girl. He regretted it immediately when he saw tears sliding down her cheeks. Fuck, he messed up. Why you think he will kill me? Sakura asked between sobs. Naruto sighed in agony. Sakura, I don't even know him, I thought I understood him, but I was wrong. Sakura closed her eyes and nodded. Sakura then headed for the door as Naruto watched her leave. Before exiting, Sakura turned her head back, tears from later were already gone. I will not be useless anymore, said Sakura, confidence heavy in her voice. Next time we meet Sasuke-kun, I will be with you. Naruto nodded his head with a smile as the door closed and he was left alone. His loneliness didn't last long when he saw a man sitting at the edge of the window. Yo. Jiraiya said. Jiraiya-sensei. What are you doing here? Naruto asked in wonder. Jiraiya smiled. After he learned Rasengan, Naruto started to call him Jiraiya-sensei instead of Iro-senin, which was good. Inside him he was glad Naruto wasn't obsessed with the Uchiha, which made him respect the brat. It seems Naruto is way smarter than him. I'm here to inform you about a few things, Jiraiya said in a serious tone, getting a nod from Naruto. What is it? Akatsuki, they are coming for you after 4 years, Jiraiya said casually. Naruto tensed when he heard this. He couldn't imagine fighting Itachi or Kisame right now, he would be as good as dead. Naruto frowned at his sensei. What should I do? Right now I can't compete against them. Jiraiya raised an eyebrow. This isn't the boy he knew. The Naruto he knew would shout saying that he will create a strong jutsu and kick their asses. Can humans change in such a short period? No, they can't, but ninjas can. It seems that Chidori reset his mind. I'm glad he started to think a little bit. He smirked and answered Naruto. That's where I come. We will leave the village for a 4-year training trip. I will teach you everything that you should have learned. I will reset your life. Naruto gulped hearing this. He didn't want to imagine the hell he would be going through, but he couldn't help but smirk when he heard about the training trip. How about we leave now? Naruto said. Jiraiya's smirk widened. He really liked the kid shed those bandages and met me at the east gate. Jiraiya told him before disappearing in a puff of smoke. Naruto blinked. Without a doubt, this was Kage Bunshin. How will the original know about their meeting at the east gate? Is there something he missed? What is the meaning of this? Naruto muttered to no one. He shook his head and began to shed the bandages. He will ask his sensei later. Kage office. The beautiful blonde woman was watching Naruto with a soft smile through the crystal ball her sensei left behind. Brad is growing up. And every day he resembles his old man more and more, Jiraiya exclaimed. Tsunade nodded. I'm impressed that he noticed the Kage Bunshin. He began to use his mind more. But aren't you exaggerating? Minato was a true genius. It's not fair to compare him to Naru. She was cut off when Jiraiya spoke with a serious voice. And Naruto as well, but he needed someone to guide him. Too bad sensei failed to do such a thing. The boy learned Rasengan at month Tsunade. Even with his shitty chakra control. Tsunade thought about what Jiraiya said. She couldn't lie that she was impressed when he learned the Rasengan in such a short period. She was excited to see what type of man and ninja Naruto will be. Do as you wish, but as we agreed, Tsunade stopped before continuing with a serious voice. You will teach him to control Kyuubi chakra when you are done with ninja arts. Jiraiya just walked toward the window, ready to jump out of it. See you later. Got him, Jiraiya said teasingly before jumping out the window. Tsunade slumped down the chair tiredly. She hoped this trip would change things. And also hoped to see Naruto's reaction when he saw her gift. The motherly senses she developed after meeting Naruto were tingling. I just wish he doesn't turn into a pervert. I'm sure he will be good looking. Maybe I should found him a good girl. Konoha's forest. The sensei, there is something bugging me, Naruto said to get Jiraiya's attention. Jiraiya turned to Naruto. His eyebrows were raised showing his curiosity. What bugging you? You created Kage Bunshin to speak with me about the training trip, right? Naruto continued when he saw Jiraiya's nod. How did you know about my bandages and my conversation with Sakura? Naruto squinted his eyes when Jiraiya started to laugh amusingly. I always knew there is some intelligence behind your dumb act. Naruto felt his eyes twitching. He glared at Jiraiya lightly. I was childish, not dumb. Jiraiya ignored this and decided to clear Naruto's mind about Kage Bunshin. He turned to Naruto and gave him a huge grin. You see, Kage Bunshin is the main character of this training trip. Naruto raised an eyebrow. What was so special about Kage Bunshin? He knew nothing. 1 year later, Naruto was walking beside Jiraiya in the desert, heading to Sunagakure so they could meet one of Jiraiya's spies. He also hoped to meet his fellow Jinchuriki Garrett. It had been 1 year since he learned about the Kage Bunshin, and his progress was something ridiculous. Every day Naruto would create about 300 clones, half of them would go through the Taijutsu katas that Jiraiya was trying to teach him. The style was called Kawazu Kumite, the Toad Fist, which is mastered by Toad summoners. The other half would work on chakra control, which was easily Naruto's worst subject with ninjutsu being a close second. The final half would work on ninjutsu. After Jiraiya saw his development, he decided to take up the notch and teach him elemental manipulation and some other non-elemental jutsu. Surprisingly and shockingly, he had 2 affinities and they were extremely opposite. Raiten and Futen were both offensive affinities. According to his sensei, it's very rare to have 2 affinities without bloodline, let alone opposite also. But Jiraiya just shrugged it off, saying he expected nothing less from the most unpredictable ninja. It took him 3 months, every day 50 clones for each affinity to master it entirely. For Futen, the first stage was cutting the leaf in half. This stage took him 1 month, while the other stage was cutting the rock in half, which took him 2 months. It took him the same time to master Raiten. The first stage was wrinkling the leaf, and the second stage was destroying rock with mere lightning chakra. His appearance also changed a lot. After realizing he needed to be more serious, Shinobi decided to ditch his orange jumpsuit and bought some decent clothes. Now he wore a black tracksuit with 3 orange stripes on the sleeves, mesh under armor, a pair of black pants, and sandals. Also his height, which was a sensitive subject, just increased. In 1 year he increased 5 inches, which made him as tall as he should be, and even taller than all his friends. Jiraiya told him that he didn't have a growth spurt yet, but something else called catch-up growth. It seems he messed up with his diet while eating ramen every moment. Now he became paranoid every time he decides to eat his favorite food. His hair got longer a little bit, but his hairstyle remained the same. His hairstyle is just like his Jounin form, just search for Jounin Naruto. Jiraiya stared at his student and couldn't help but smile. Naruto was bluntly amazing. He can't believe that in 1 year the boy turned from high Genin level to low Jounin level. His never give up attitude, intelligence, and Kage Bunshin method just helped him to progress ridiculously. He was sure at the end of the trip Naruto will be Kage level, and maybe he will teach him that earlier than he anticipated. He just smirked thinking about the reaction of Tsunade when she saw Naruto's skills. He wondered what his reaction would be when Naruto reached his prime. Naruto readjusted his backpack. This heat was getting in his nerves. Your spies are pathetic, sensei. These people attacked us in the middle of the village. Jiraiya grunted. He agreed with Naruto. That's why we are going there, to see what this guy is doing. I hope he isn't a traitor. It's hard to find another spy, right? Naruto said with a knowing tone. Jiraiya smiled and nodded. That's right, kid. If it's not your dream to be Hokage, then I would have trained you to be responsible for the spy network. Naruto scoffed. I prefer to stay in the village. I don't want to end up a single pervert hanging around in brothels like you. A huge tick mark appeared on Jiraiya's forehead. This smart-ass bratty clenched his fist and whacked Naruto on the head, getting a yelp from the blonde. Naruto glared at his sensei while rubbing his head. What is this for? You perverted toads. Shut up, you know that I was nominated for the 4th Hokage and 5th Hokage, but I refused respectively, Jiraiya said proudly with a puffed chest. Naruto rolled his eyes. I'm sure Sandaime was glad that you refused. Damn brat always messing with me. His dumb personality was better than his smartasses, Jiraiya thought with annoyance. They stayed silent for the rest of the trip. After 1.5 hours they finally reached the Sunagakur gates. Naruto looked around with wonder. He was excited to see one of the Great 5 villages. It seems we are here, Naruto. Remember, don't cause attention, Jiraiya said wisely, but all his wisdom was thrown away when Naruto gave him a blank look. Sensei, everyone knows who you are, so can you explain how we can't cause attention? Naruto said slowly, as if he was talking to a child. Jiraiya didn't have a retort because he was really embarrassed. He chuckled sheepishly while rubbing the back of his head. I think you are right. I think we shall go and plow. Jiraiya-sama, what are you doing here? A strong female voice that reminded them of Tsunade interrupted Jiraiya's words. They both turned and faced the female. She had golden blonde hair and pupil-less green eyes. She wore a long-sleeved purple blouse under a grey top, a dark blue skirt, and a longer sash arranged in a bow. She also wore her hitai around her neck. Temari narrowed her eyes at the tall man who was considered a living legend around the world. After how Orochimaru fooled them, Suna became more cautious about visitors and foreigners, especially since they still don't have one, which was very embarrassing. Told you, sensei, even cute girls know you, Naruto grumbled, getting a light chuckle from his master. Temari blinked and looked at Jiraiya's companion. She almost felt her face heating up seeing how handsome he was. He had a well-defined body, blonde hair, which was a huge bonus for her, and his azure blue eyes. He also had these cute whiskers. Whiskers, is that? Temari's eyes widened, knowing who this guy is, the guy who she is in debt for after what he did for her brother and how he helped him. Isn't he supposed to be a little squirt with a dumb face? Well, the past isn't important. Naruto smiled at her. It seems she recognized him. Well, his whiskers marks were always a giveaway. Hello, Temari, you look more amazing than I remember. Temari smiled at the compliment. After she saw how much her brother changed, nothing surprised her anymore. And she really didn't mind such a change. Since flirting is over, can we enter the village? Jiraiya asked. Temari blushed at the remark. She looked at Naruto, and she was surprised to see he had a blank face, but she easily deduced the annoyance. She nodded and gestured for them to follow her. Naruto blinked when his sensei nudged him. He looked at him and he immediately recognized the look. He got near Naruto and whispered to him, brat. She was eating you with her eyes. And she is your type too, right? You like blondes. Naruto actually thought about what his sensei said. Temari had quite a look and her personality was amazing also. He gave his sensei a frown. You think she might be interested? Jiraiya scoffed. You are talking to Jiraiya-sama. I recognize such things with one glance. Unknown to the student and master, Temari heard every single word. That's why she was trying to hide the huge blush on her face. She took a peek behind her. He looks cute and skilled. It's like he's a whole new person. Maybe one date will be fun, Temari thought with a smirk on her face. They reached the center of the village and stopped. Temari turned to the duo and spoke with a serious voice. Jiraiya-sama, from now on you will be watched by Anbu team until your departure for security reasons. I hope it's not a problem for you. Jiraiya waved her away. Don't even think about it. She didn't know she was speaking with a shadow clone. He turned to Naruto and gave him an innocent look. Naruto. I'm sure you told me that you want to check every hidden village we will go to, right? Naruto nodded. Yup, I'm sure Temari would not mind showing me around. He gave the blonde girl a charming smile, right? Temari found herself blushing again. How can he be this smooth? Of course, I will be glad. Naruto clapped his hands, happy everything went smoothly. Great. Let's go. Jiraiya watched his student walking away with the Kazekage daughter with a huge smirk. Just like ninja arts, the boy was amazing with girls, but too bad he wasn't a pervert. At least he knows how to choose Jiraiya's clone with amusement and started to wander around until his original was done. Naruto gulped one of the sushi in front of him. After the tour with Temari around Suna, Naruto asked the girl to have dinner with him, which shocked Temari. After stuttering and blushing, she hesitantly agreed. He was glad and sad that Gaara was on a mission. Well, glad because he would have a hard time looking at Temari's eyes with him around. Sad because he wanted to see his fellow Jinchuriki. According to Temari, after their fight, Gaara began to change and started to accept people as well, treating his siblings like siblings. Also, Gaara was the one who beat Kimimaro and saved Lee. Naruto glanced at the girl who was busy eating her favorite food and smiled at her. I hope I didn't embarrass you. I was a little bit blunt to ask you for dinner. Temari smiled at him sweetly. All the nervousness and embarrassment from earlier was gone. Naruto was interestingly a gentleman and funny, and he was her first date, which made her smug. Knowing she is Gaara's older sister didn't help her with boys or girls, but now she was having dinner with a handsome guy. All her waiting paid off. She wondered if she would have had an interest in Naruto if he was like this during the exams. She was glad she didn't. It wasn't a good idea to date a guy and then invade his village, a very bad idea. Not at all, it's just the first time someone asks me for such a thing, Temari said, getting a raised eyebrow from Naruto. Why? You are a beautiful girl, though I'm happy about this. Even though it's a little bit selfish, Naruto finished with a smirk. Temari found herself beaming with happiness at the nonchalant compliment. How can he be this carefree? She shook her head and a smirk appeared on her face hearing what he just said. Oh? You should be honored then. Naruto chuckled at the girl's badass attitude. Trust me, I'm. He glanced at the sky and noticed how dark it was. He activated his sensor abilities, which he discovered during his chakra control training. After taming his wild chakra, he saw himself being able to sense chakra signs, which was an amazing ability. He nodded to himself when he sensed his sensei's chakra near the gate. He turned to Temari, who had a cute frown on her face. Something wrong? Temari asked. Naruto shook his and waved her worries away. He decided to lie to her. Not at all, I should go to the hotel, sensei is waiting for me. He got an understanding nod from his date. I see, Temari muttered. She tried to hide her sadness, but she didn't know that Naruto easily detected it. Naruto asked, it seems he messed up. Maybe he should fix it. They left the restaurant after Naruto paid despite Temari's protests. So where is your home? Naruto asked nonchalantly. Temari furrowed her brows, wondering what type of question is this. Why? Naruto gave her a deadpan look. To walk you home, of course. You really expected me to leave you like this? Temari's eyes widened and once again she found herself blushing. You really don't have to, Temari said frantically. Her blush deepened when she saw him charmingly smiling at her. Please, I insist, Naruto said simply. Temari nodded hesitantly and gestured to him to follow her. They stayed silent for a few minutes, each one had his own thoughts in his mind. During his training, Naruto started to develop a love for calmness, so that's why he was mesmerized by the calmness of the desert. Temari, unlike him, was starting to feel awkward, such silence was unnerving. She turned to Naruto and decided to have a conversation. So Naruto, when will you return to your village? I mean, when will you finish your trip? Temari asked. She feared that she spoke about a private matter, but her heart eased when she saw his smile. 3 years, sensei wants to make sure that I can handle myself. I see, so you will not participate in the Chunin exams in Suna, Temari murmured. She wondered how she would see him again. Naruto blinked. Why did her mood turn sad? And Chunin exams? He hoped he would never participate in such a thing again because he hated the experiment. He was sure he would get a field promotion from Bachan. Once again he thought, why she is sad, his eyes widened knowing why. Of course his sensei didn't teach him about being a ninja only, but also about girls and humans technically. For the first time he is grateful that he took these lessons. She wants to meet me again. Okay, Naruto, take a breath and calm down. I can handle this, Naruto thought with conviction. He blinked when Temari stopped in front of a tall building made of sand, well, like other houses. Temari turned to him and gave him a genuine smile. Thank you for the dinner, Naruto, it was delicious and I had fun. Naruto rubbed the back of his head sheepishly. I'm glad I didn't mess up. Both stayed silent, there was a moment of awkwardness. That's when Naruto decided to make his move. He moved forward, surprising the girl, and kissed her on the cheek. Before he shunshin away, he whispered to her. Don't be sad about not seeing me again, we will meet a lot. Good night Tem-chan. Temari was standing there, frozen in her place. She had a hard time understanding what happened. Everything was fast for her to comprehend. Getting out of her absent-minded state, she found herself rubbing her cheek with a huge blush. She wanted to be angry that he had kissed her without her consent, but it was a very sweet gesture, and not to mention, the perfect end to their date. He is bold, that's for sure, she thought before going up to her room. A happy squeal escaped from her throat, remembering what he said. Don't be sad about not seeing me again, we will meet a lot. Good night Tem-chan. I think I will wait then, she thought before entering her mansion, a dreamy smile framing her face. But Naruto appeared beside Jiraiya, who was glaring at him with annoyance. Naruto? I've been waiting for half an hour. This is very different from what Jiraiya said, hoping Naruto had a decent excuse. Naruto rolled his eyes. He knew his sensei's annoyance will go away when he tell him his excuse. I just walked Temari home. As he expected, all the annoyance on Jiraiya's face was cleared. He gave him a sly smirk. Whoa. So things went very well, I assume. Naruto nodded with a smile. Yes, I will tell you later, can we go now? Jiraiya let it go and nodded. He will definitely ask the brat about every detail. He couldn't help but feel pride that Naruto started to handle such things easily. Naruto is becoming his true pupil every day. His musings were cut off by Naruto's question. So, where are we heading? Well, where the wind directs us. I have no particular destination. Naruto just nodded. A small smile appeared on his face when he stared at the Sunagaker one last time. A certain blonde girl was inside his mind. Temari, I hope we meet again. Konoha was a shinobi village, one of the world's strongest shinobi villages, and one of the 5 great villages. Though appearance-wise, Konoha looked more like a civilian village. Even with a village appearing pedestrian, the world considered Konoha as the strongest village in the world. It's already been 1 year. I wonder how Naruto-kun is doing. Came the voice of Shizune, who was Tsunade's apprentice and assistant. Tsunade gave her student a slight nod. I hope he is doing okay, it will take time before he returns back. Hi Tsunade-sama. What do you think they're up to? Or where are they currently? Questioned Shizune, as Tsunade stood up with a shrug. I don't want to speculate about Shizune. I pray Jiraiya is actually teaching Naruto something, said Tsunade, as she began to walk to her door. And not perving around. Now let's get to another one of these meetings. Shizune nodded her head as she followed after her sensei and leader. But Jiraiya and Naruto. Jiraiya gulped a saucerful of sake and let out a sigh. He stared at his student who was busy eating his ramen. He got the same feeling every time he looked at Naruto. Guilt that he is lying to his student every day and moment. At first he didn't tell Naruto about his father because he was afraid that Naruto would hate Minato after what he did to him, but he brushed this feeling away, knowing that Naruto would absolutely understand his father's intentions. Knowing how much Naruto loved his village. He closed his eyes remembering his conversation with Naruto. He was touched when he realized how Naruto thinks of him. Flashback. Why don't you just give up? I'm tired of playing hide and seek. A ninja said arrogantly. An older Naruto was leaning against a tree, trying to catch his breath. He looked at his palm and saw 2 smoke bombs. He threw them at the other ninja, surprising him. The smoke bomb, the same ninja thought an annoyance. They fought despite the smoke blinding their vision. The smoke was blown away by the wind, showing Naruto who was on his knees while the other ninja was aiming the kunai at him. Give up, the shinobi said in a monotone voice. Can I say just one thing? Naruto asked. This enraged the shinobi. He lunged into Naruto and buried his kunai in his stomach. I don't want to hear it. Now die. You should give up, Naruto muttered before disappearing in a puff of smoke, shocking the shinobi. Page Bunshin. Trying to make me give up. Naruto said in a powerful voice, giving the shinobi a neck chop. Despite the pain and defeat, the shinobi smirked. Even if you kill me, another assassin will attack the village. He gave Naruto a light chuckle. There will be no peace as long as we live in this accursed world of ninjas. Then I will break the curse. If there is such a thing as peace, I will find it. I won't give up. Naruto declared in a powerful voice. The shinobi widened his eyes in shock. He never expected such an answer. Who are you? Naruto offered his hand. My name is. The powerful smack on his head interrupted his musings. He turned and saw his sensei smiling at him. Well, you read my Tales of a Gutsy Ninja. But it's my first published work. The sentences are childish and I didn't do a good job, Jiraiya said in embarrassment and pleasure. Naruto closed the book and winked at his sensei. No, I don't think so. This tale is wonderful. This got Jiraiya excited. Oh. He sat in front of Naruto. Each chapter reads like one of your numerous legendary exploits. It's almost like an autobiography, Naruto explained with a smile. Jireya's sweat dropped and scratched his cheek, but it didn't sell at all. Maybe for my next one, I think I'll add some sexy elements to spice it up a bit. Naruto ignored his sensei's pervert thoughts and opened the book. The main character of this book, I thought his determination to never give up was really cool. He's a lot like you, sensei. Jiraiya rubbed the back of his head, a small blush gracing his cheeks. Do you think so? Naruto closed the book. So I was thinking. Jiraiya blinked. I will see this shinobi in the book as an idol to follow, just like I see you, Naruto declared passionately with a grin on his face, shocking Jiraiya. Jiraiya widened his eyes. Oi, are you sure? Do you see me or the ninja in the book as worthy to be your idol? Naruto smiled at his sensei. He is a really humble guy. You are my sensei. And you are a great ninja who possesses the true talent of a ninja, there's no other like you. Jiraiya was gaping at Naruto, finding it hard to explain his feelings. Flashback end. He set his mind, there is no turning back. Fuck consequences. Naruto. Jiraiya getting his student's attention. Naruto gulped his last bite. Hi. You remember when you asked me about your parents? Jiraiya asked in hesitation. Naruto narrowed his eyes. Yes I do, and you reassured me that you don't know. Jiraiya sighed and took a scroll out of his pocket and handed it to bewildered Naruto. I lied, and I'm sorry. Everything inside the scroll, read it to the end. Naruto was looking at Jiraiya with widened eyes. Inside he was hurt that his sensei lied to him, but he brushed it away. He glanced at the scroll and opened it slowly and began to read it. After the first few sentences Naruto's emotions started to slip. His lips quivered and one tear came out from his left eye. As what he had suspected for a while now was confirmed, he didn't know whether to be happy, sad, angry or elated. Jiraiya watched his student's face going through various emotions. In the end Naruto's face became blank, showing nothing. The same face he uses when they spar. Naruto, you alright? Jiraiya asked with a hesitant voice. I'm going to the hotel. I need to re-establish my thoughts. Naruto mumbled and left. Jiraiya looked up at the sky and sighed in relief. It was like all the weight on his shoulders was removed. Better go check him. But Naruto sat in his room as he reread the message his father, Ida, left. Dear Naruto, life is very complicated, harsh, and never goes as we wish. I remember the day Jiraiya-sensei chose me as his student and I couldn't describe my happiness because I didn't just find a teacher, but also a father I never had just like you. Then I saved your mother from Kumonins, became the 4th Hokage, but despite all these beautiful events, my happiest moment was when Kushina told me about you. It was like Kushina gave me the world. Everything was very fast in my life just like me, and it seems I died young if you are reading this, but I don't know how I will die. But I hope it's a worthy death for a Hokage. A death while fighting for my home is something I always dreamed of. I lived as a warrior, so I hope to die like a one. No matter what, there is nothing more important than the village, even family and friends. Without a village to live in there will be no meaning for love or marriage. I don't know what type of people you are, but at least I hope you are loyal to Konoha. I don't even want to think about my only son betraying his village, and I'm sure you will not. You are my son after all, and pride. Strength isn't enough for a shinobi. You should also be wise and smart. A foolish shinobi has no place in this world. This is what I witnessed during my childhood that was full of wars. Now I am a civilian so I don't have I can pass it to you, but there is the Rasengan which I'm sure Jiraiya-sensei will teach it to you well, if he wasn't dead to a bad joke, sorry. These words and Rasengan is all I can offer you, as a father, and I just wish your mother is with you, and if she isn't then I'm sorry. Protect the village and follow the will of fire, never betray the trust that was placed in you, and if you hope to be Hokage, then you should consider all the village, as a family. This is what a Hokage is. Yondaime Hokage, Namek is Minato. Naruto just stared at the letter with a blank face, only tears were flowing down from his left eye. Crying would not bring back his father or mother, just like Sandaime told him a long time ago. I can't resurrect dead people. He was always pretty cautious when it came to you. Naruto turned around to see Jiraiya leaning against the door, his arms crossed and a gentle smile on his face. Why did you tell me? Naruto muttered, trying his hardest to control his feelings. Jiraiya sat down on the edge of the bed. I hated lying at you, just like Minato you are my prized student and someone who I consider as a family, and no matter what every human being have the right to know who is he. Naruto couldn't help but smile at the statement. He turned and looked at the letter. You know I have the right to hate him, right? Jiraiya nodded in agreement. Naruto has every right to hate Minato, but he knew Naruto is far from hating his father. He spoke in a knowing tone, but you don't. Naruto smiled a wistful smile. Reading his letter I realized everything and how much he loved me. I'm sure he had no other choice, and I'm the 4th son so I can handle it. Jiraiya stared at Naruto with respect. Naruto was really something else. He just wished he met him earlier. Jiraiya chuckled as he ruffled Naruto's hair. I guess so, but you won't become Hokage by moping about like this. Naruto chuckled as he wiped his wet eyes. He was just about to comment when he remembered something. What about my mother? From what I understand she didn't write a letter, but I can tell you about her, Jiraiya answered. Naruto shrugged. Well, it's alright. Jiraiya nodded and smiled. Good, now if we're done, we have some training to do. Naruto grinned high. 2 years later, Naruto's age 15. The blonde figure was jumping through trees, though he noticed the trees were disappearing the more he walked forward. After all, he was heading to Land of Earth so he could meet one of his sensei's spies. The figure stood at 178 cm, he had spiky blonde hair and blue eyes. Wearing black jounin attire with a green flak jacket showing his rank. His hit on his forehead was showing his affiliation to the Hidden Leaf. When he turned 13 and a half, Jiraiya and Tsunade started to give him missions solely so he could gain experience. He just shocked everyone with how smoothly he accomplished the missions. He was like a hurricane to everyone. 23B rank mission, 12A rank mission, 5S rank mission. Of course their shock wasn't compared to his when he was promoted to Jounin. He can't believe Godam promoted him to Jounin. Isn't this abuse of power? Though he didn't mind it at all, after all it was good for him. Flashback, I'm what Naruto yelled with shock. Jiraiya shrugged his shoulders, unfazed by the outburst. As I said, Naruto, Haim was sure you would be Jounin level when you returned to the village, so she took action early. Naruto beamed with happiness. He couldn't believe he was Jounin. And he was worried about becoming Chunin. So what are you waiting for? Give me my flak jacket. Naruto said hurriedly. Jiraiya chuckled. He pulled the storage seal and unsealed the items. It was a green flak jacket and a scroll. This letter for you by Tsunade, Jiraiya told Naruto. Naruto raised an eyebrow and took the scroll. My boy Naruto. I believed I overlooked you during the Chunin exams. You defeat the Ichibi and Hyuga Niji, and not to mention your efforts during my retrievals mission. I'm sure when you come back you will be Kage level, so I'm promoting you earlier. Dear Bachan, Senju Tsunade. The smile cracked Naruto's visage. His smile turned into a grin when he saw the flak jacket. He will look badass. He can't wait to tell Tamari. Flashback end. His musings were interrupted when he felt 4 chakra signs getting near him. He steeled his eyes and readied himself. He wasn't disappointed when he saw a ball of corrosive quicklime heading toward him. He easily dodged it and landed on the ground. He looked at the Iwanins in front of him with narrow eyes. 1 female and 3 males, and one of them was a very huge one, almost standing at 2 meters. Ironically, he easily recognized the girl. Now he understood the nature of these white substances. I'm glad I dodged it. He was amused. I never expected to meet such a person like you here. The girl spoke with a serious tone. Kuritsuchi of Iwagakure, I heard about your Yotenkeke Genkai. Quite talented at such a young age, Naruto complimented the tomboy girl who was beautiful at the same time. A sly smirk appeared on her face. This time she spoke with a playful tone. You are the one who says this, Ryuki. I need to say you look more handsome than you look in the bingo book. Naruto smiled at the compliment. He decided to retort it. Too bad that I'm already taken, or I would never take my eyes away from these pink eyes, quite rare and beautiful. Kuritsuchi felt her mouth twitching. She couldn't help but blush at the compliment. Thank you, but I think that's enough flirting for now. Naruto noticed the men were glaring at him. It seems unlike Kuritsuchi they didn't like his presence. So you guys will fight me? The huge guy took a step forward. He spoke to him with a serious frown on his face. Ryuki, you're S-class shinobi, and there is a huge bounty on your head. I hope you have a reason for being here. Naruto smiled. He always does when people call him like this because the name was very cool. He dropped his smile and gave the guy a shrug. I'm just here to meet a friend. Akatsuchi. What are you doing? You will get us in a fight with him. Kuritsuchi glared at her friend. Ryuki seems like a cute guy, but she doesn't think he will stay cute if they attack him. Akatsuchi sweat dropped. So you thought flirting with him will save us? Kuritsuchi just pouted childishly and huffed away. It's not like this. Naruto sweat dropped at the interaction between the both. Inwardly he frowned. He can't enter Iwagakure without passing these guys, and of course he will not kill them for 2 reasons. The first reason, he can't kill the Tsuchikage's granddaughter. The second reason, they simply looked friendly and good guys. Naruto smiled and addressed the Iwanins. I think I will visit my friend later. This time Kuritsuchi turned serious and started foaming hand signs. I'm sorry, but I can't get away like this. Yes I can, Naruto muttered before disappearing in a lightning shunshin, leaving nothing behind him but a spark of lightning. This was a shunshin he developed due to his strong lightning affinity. The speed of his shunshin was more like teleportation, but not as fast as his father's. The Hiraishin was the speed of instant, nothing compared to it. Kuritsuchi along with the others gaped at what they saw. This was shunshin, Kuritsuchi muttered with shock. She admired how he is the same age as her, but still way better than her or anyone of their generation. Akatsuchi shook off his shock and turned to Kuritsuchi. We need to report to Lord Third. She just nodded and all of them disappeared. Konoha. Tsunade was staring at her Godson bingo book's entry. A soft smile on her face seeing how much he grew up, the pride she was feeling was overwhelming. Name? Uzumaki Naruto. Moniker? Konoha no Ryuki, the lightning demon of the leaf. Rank? S. Age? 15. Wanted dead or alive? 300 million. Appearance? He wears Konoha's black jounin and flak jacket. He has spiky blonde hair and blue eyes. Abilities: ninjutsu, Raiten and Futon, relies entirely on Raiten. He also can create purple electricity. Hijutsu, extremely formidable in Taijutsu and a very fast individual. Genjutsu, unknown. Genjutsu, unknown. Yuinjutsu, he is a seal master and said to better than his sensei, Jiraiya of the Sannin. Warning: engage with caution, better to flee the moment you caught sight of him. He really grew up. It's almost scary how he changed in 3 years, Shizune told Tsunade with a soft tone. Tsunade nodded. She smiled while looking at the photo in her office. It was her, Shizune, and Naruto. Back when he was just a brat. It seems we need to have another photo, right Shizune? Shizune's face brightened and grinned, agreeing with her master Hai. Tsunade turned and stared at her village from her office. Just 1 year and Naruto will come back. This village needed some action. But Naruto and Jiraiya, so why can't we return now? Naruto asked with wonder while flipping his fish on the fire. Jiraiya smirked, he couldn't wait to see the brat's reaction after hearing this. Because we are going to Mount Mayaboku to teach the strongest thing you can learn aside from the Kyuubi chakra. Naruto stopped eating and blinked again. The fish dropped from his hand after he realized what his senseis meant. He jumped from his place and exclaimed frantically, "You will teach me sage art." Jiraiya laughed, this was even better than he expected. That's right Naruto, we will spend this year in Mount Mayaboku, this is the last thing I can teach you. Naruto just sighed in happiness, he knew how strong Senjutsu is, and he knew he would be on a level on his own if he mastered it. Maybe now I will be able to exclaim that I will be Hokage without hesitation, Naruto thought before continuing his food. Fukasaku didn't know a lot of humans, well toads were friendly, but he never saw someone decent to bring him to Mount Mayaboku until a perverted kid popped out of nowhere by reverse summoning, showing that he had an affinity towards toads. Realizing this, Fukasaku decided to teach him and take him as an apprentice. It's not like his old ass had anything to do. Years passed and the kid kept coming until he turned into a man. His student turned into a master and started to come with his student, a polite blonde boy who had a great talent as a shinobi. But just like Jiraiya-chan, Minato-chan had problems with learning Senjutsu. He couldn't absorb nature energy fast enough or manifest it for a long time, but he was sure the fourth could have mastered it if he continued training. After all, you can't master Senjutsu in 6 months. Well, there is one who can. This boy is incredible. I never saw someone mastering Sage Mode in such a short time. Fukasaku thought with wonder, mesmerizing Naruto who was meditating at the top of the tall stone spike. I can't believe he mastered it. The boy is just surpassing me causally, Jiraiya said with fake jealousy, because the only thing he was feeling was mere pride. Fukasaku chuckled, and he's still far from his prime, finally we can have a true sage. A tick mark appeared on Jiraiya's forehead. He glared down at the old toad. What is the meaning of this, Jiji? I'm the real sage here. All he got, as a response, was a whack on the head making him cry in pain. You are a sage, but you still should be able to master it without me, and Ma. Maybe you should ask Naruto-chan for tips. Fukasaku teased his student, though he was serious. Jiraiya just growled while rubbing his head. He stared at Naruto and couldn't help but smile. Naruto just outclassed him and Minato at Senjutsu, and he was damn sure that it's only about time when Naruto will surpass his old man. Tsunade owes him for giving her a decent successor for the hat. Naruto can easily be a Hokage, since no one in Konoha was more skilled than him. No one had a flea on side order except Ryuki. He shuddered thinking how strong Naruto will be when he masters the Kyuubi's chakra. Kyuubi chakra. The thought brought a frown to his face. The experiments were just a failure. He wondered if it's possible to control such a powerful entity. Of course there are Jinchuricas who were able to control their Bijuas, but there is no beast as strong as the Kyuubi. After a third failed attempt, he and Naruto decided to stop trying so Minato's seal wouldn't be broken. It's not like Naruto needed such power. Now he mastered Sage Mode, he was already powerful. But still, he thought, remembering their conversation. Flashback, you don't understand, sensei. The Kyuubi is a creature who has its own entity and mind. It's impossible for me to use such power without the permission of the owner, Naruto explained to his sensei. Jiraiya frowned at the words. He was afraid if they stayed careless like this, then the Kyuubi would break out. Then why did Minato use Shiki Fujin and split the Kyuubi into yin and yang, sealing the yang part in you with the Haki Fuin? Naruto shrugged his shoulders. Beat me, maybe he couldn't seal all the Kyuubi, or he was afraid the yin part will corrupt me. About Haki Fuin, maybe he wanted to give it a shot, hoping I control this power. Jiraiya narrowed his eyes. Then why Shiki Fujin? Couldn't he seal it without having his life as a prize? Uzumaki Mito Jiraiya asked with wonder. After all, Naruto was way more talented than him or Minato in Fuinjutsu. The boy was a true Uzumaki, and after Naruto visited Uzushiogakure alone, he just returned with things he never heard of. Naruto shook his head. Tusen is good, but he isn't Mito-sama. Mito-sama is in a league of her own, no need to mention he didn't have her life force or potent chakra. Jiraiya nodded in understanding, but I still believe he did this for a reason. It's a feeling inside me. I think we should give it a try. But not now, Naruto continued. Jiraiya nodded. Yes, not now, I think we should focus more on you. Naruto smirked like this. Then what are you waiting for? Let's train already. Flashback end. Jiraiya smiled at his student who was sparring with Fukasaku-sama. He felt pity for Naruto knowing how hard the old frog hit. At the beginning I thought he can only fight against Akatsuki with Kyuubi chakra, but I was wrong. Now he regrets when he forced him to use Kyuubi chakra to summon Gamabunta. Maybe that day if he taught him some chakra control training instead he could have been able to summon Bunta with his own chakra, but he was a fool. He underestimated his student, something he shouldn't do. I just can't wait to see him as a Hokage. Jiraiya. Feeling nostalgic remembering when Minato became Hokage. He never felt such pride as that day. He would love to experience such a thing again. 6 months later, 16 years old Naruto Konoha. Tsunade wondered what she was doing in the missions assignments room with the Bisu team, Haruka, and the daimyo's wife who was hugging the cat to death. Yeah, doing Hokage job, she thought with a deadpan. Damn, Naruto dragged her here. I'd want to run away too if an old lady like that were my owner, Konohamaru muttered annoyingly. Daimyo's wife left with the poor cat after she paid the cost of the mission, leaving Ibisu with his students. Ibisu readjusted his sunglasses and decided to lecture his students. How many hours did it take you guys to catch a simple lost cat? But that cat was incredibly quick, Yuden said, and he seemed accustomed to running away. Mogi continued. I don't want any excuses. Ibisu cut off. A mission like this must be carried out more quickly and properly. You guys are not good enough. Konohamaru wondered if this was a type of joke. I can't display my true strength on a lame mission like this. Konohamaru pouted and turned to his academy teacher Haruka-sensei. Don't you have more of an awesome mission for me? Tsunade watched with amusement as her subordinates were trying to lecture Konohamaru, but the boy wouldn't break. It was like looking at Naruto. Well, Naruto that she knew that the kid changed entirely. It'll be D-rank missions until further notice. You brats aren't ready. She felt her eyes twitching when the kid sat on the ground and folded his hands. I can't be satisfied with that. After all, in the future I'm going to become Nanadame Hokage. Konohamaru finished as he was spitting facts. Now this caught Tsunade's interest. She raised an eyebrow. Nanadame. Not the 6th. Konohamaru smiled. Brother Naruto is going to be the 6th. Everyone knows this. All the adults gasped at this. Well, in the past they might not have taken this seriously, saying it was a kid admiring his idol, but now things were different. Naruto was different. Everyone blinked when Tsunade started to laugh. She stopped laughing and gave a Konohamaru amused smile. You are more of a Nidame Naruto than an Anidame Hokage. Konohamaru blushed at this and rubbed the back of his head sheepishly. Tsunade smiled at this. Naruto, ha. The lightning demon of the leaf. I can't believe he got such a baddest name. He should be back today. Konoha main gate. 2 figures were walking through the forest that led to Konoha. The first one was Jiraiya of the Sannin, while the other was the boy that everyone waits for. Naruto was now standing at 180 cm, thanks to the freakish growth spurt he went through. His hair also changed. Now he had jaw-length bangs framing either side of his face with a short ponytail. His hairstyle is the same as Minato, but with a short ponytail. He wore his usual black attire with a flak jacket. Naruto thought with nostalgia coursing through him. Despite his harsh childhood, he also had beautiful memories here. Naruto and Jiraiya passed through the gates, ignoring the gaping guards who recognized them immediately. Hey, could that be? Izumo addressed his friend. The Tetsu nodded with a smile. Yeah, no doubt about it. But Sakura, Haruno Sakura grew up very well, thanks to her training with Tsunade-sama. She turned from useless genin into a medical specialist and proud chunin. She also changed physically. Her hair was still cut short by her shoulders. She wore a sleeveless version of the red top that she used to wear 3 years ago. Beneath that she wore black biker shorts underneath a gray apron skirt with knee-high shinobi sandals and elbow protectors. She was wandering around the village until she heard a childish voice call her. She recognized it immediately. Sakura Ni-chan. She turned and smiled when she saw Naruto's biggest fan and his friends. Oh, Konohamaru, where are you off to? Konohamaru asked. The main village gate. I have to pick up a morning pedestrian traffic ledger for Tsunade-sama. You want to come? Sakura offered. But Naruto, it's all nostalgic, Naruto said softly. Looking around the village, nothing changed at all. It was like he left yesterday. Jiraiya smiled at this. It seems that the will of fire was really burning inside Naruto. Naruto stopped and stared at the mountain. His lips automatically widened into a smile when he saw Tsunade's face. Well, look at this. They already put Godame's stone face. Jiraiya rolled his eyes. It's been 4 years, what do you expect? Naruto just huffed away. Well, let's hurry up. I really missed her. Then Naruto. Naruto's eyes widened recognizing the voice. He turned and beamed in happiness when he saw his friend and teammate. Sakura. Long time no see. Sakura saw her teammate's entry in bingo book, so she knew how he changed and how good looking he became, but she couldn't help but find herself getting shocked at how much he changed. You changed a lot, you certainly had a huge glow up. She giggled at the sour look he made. I wasn't that bad. I think it was the fashion style. He blinked when he saw her blushing. So? You think I've become a bit womanly? Sakura asked with an easy smile. Naruto smiled at her. You certainly did. You were always beautiful to begin with. Sakura's face turned pink like her hair after the comment, and coming from a handsome guy wasn't helping her. She rubbed her arm sheepishly while looking away. He even became smooth and charming. Blow up, no doubt, she thought amusingly. Jiraiya smirked as this kid became really good with ladies. Too bad he is attached to Tamari, or he would have made a great pervert. Naruto Nai-chan. Is he trying to get Sakura out of her dilemma? He almost missed a childish voice calling for him. His eyes widened when he saw Konohamaru wearing Hitai 8. The kid really grew up. His eyes expanded further when he saw the ram seal. Oh boy. Konohamaru disappeared in a puff of smoke, showing a naked lady who appeared out of the smoke. Whoa. What a talent. Jiraiya said passionately with blood flowing down from his nose. Konohamaru dispelled the jutsu and spoke with a smug tone. How about that? Pretty nice waist, hips and bust, huh? Naruto chuckled. This is really nostalgic. Konohamaru. Well, Sexu Jutsu is good for distraction, but you see it's not real jutsu. Konohamaru fell into depression. All his training was for nothing. He blinked when he felt a hand on his head. He raised his eyes and saw his big brother grinning at him. But don't worry. I will teach you a true jutsu. Naruto winked at his loyal fan. Konohamaru's eyes brightened. You will teach me instead of sexy jutsu. Sakura watched the scene with a gentle smile on her face. Her teammate really grew up. It seems even you can change. Naruto. Kage Tower. Tsunade was taking a small break from paperwork, drinking a cup. A knock on the door interrupted her. She paused drinking and put the drink on the table. She called out. Come in. The door opened, showing the person she was waiting for. Naruto greeted her with a grin. Godame. It's been a while. Tsunade found herself grinning. She got up and walked around her table and pulled her godson into a hug. She was shocked at how tall he was compared to her, but she pushed it away. Naruto. Look how big you are now. Naruto returned the hug immediately, just like Jiraiya. Tsunade was his family. The woman was stabbed with the kusanagi to protect him. He knew the meaning of having a mother because of her. The most beautiful woman in Konohagakure is hugging me, how lucky I'm. Tsunade broke the hug. She saw herself smirking at the comment. It seems Naruto became quite a charmer. We have a lot to speak about. Ryaiki. Naruto smiled, his eyes brightened knowing Tsunade liked the name. What do you think? Baddest nickname for the 6th Hokage, right? Sakura sweat dropped. I'm glad he still has some of his old quirks. Tsunade chuckled and walked back to her chair. I would be dumb if I asked about the results of the training. Your entries speak about itself. Naruto smirked smugly and spoke with fake arrogance. Well, I expected nothing less from me. Jiraiya took offense from Tsunade's comment. It seems you underestimated my teaching skills. Tsunade folded her fingers and moved forward. They showed me those results immediately. Sakura raised an eyebrow. What do you mean, Tsunade-sama? Naruto just rolled his eyes and walked toward the window, getting weird looks from everyone except Jiraiya. She wants me to fight Kakashi, who is eavesdropping at us. He opened the window and wasn't surprised when he saw his old sensei sitting down on the roof while reading Icha Icha Paradise, as usual. Sakura, Tsunade, and Shizune were shocked at how Naruto felt Kakashi's presence, but Tsunade was more practical than her students. He can sense chakra. Now thinking about it, all Uzumakas were able to sense chakra. Tsunade thought with wonder. Kakashi gave Naruto an eye smile. Yo Naruto, you grew up. Naruto smiled at his sensei. Kakashi, you didn't change at all. Kakashi was surprised that Naruto didn't call him sensei, but seeing his voice full of compassion, he pushed it away. After all, Naruto's true master was Jiraiya. He couldn't deny this. A realization struck Naruto's face. He gave Kakashi a cheeky grin. I almost forgot. I have a gift for you. Kakashi's questioning expression turned into sheer shock when Naruto took out a purple book out of his pouch. Is that? Kakashi felt tears of joy flowing down his eyes. Naruto grinned widely. Make out tactics. The fox and the desert flower. Naruto, thank you very much. Kakashi thanked while clutching the book. Tsunade raised an eyebrow at the name. This is a very weird name, Jiraiya. Why did you name it like this? Naruto gasped, but it was too late when Jiraiya opened his mouth. He spoke proudly that I didn't write this book, it was Naruto. The boy is very talented. Naruto felt sweat forming on his forehead. No one can miss such killing intent. He turned shakily and gulped when he saw a dark spirit coming out from Tsunade. I can explain, Naruto mumbled while taking a step back. Tsunade cracked her knuckles, she spoke with a low intimidating voice, to think my godson would write porn, it seems I should give you a taste of my punch. Naruto's eyes widened. Look, it is a big misunderstanding, it's a romantic novel. This is what Jiraiya always says. Tsunade was ready to punch Naruto through the walls, but she was interrupted when the door opened showing a woman and a man. The man had black hair tied in a pineapple hairstyle. He was wearing the same outfit every chunin and jounin wear. The woman stood at 5'7", which was tall for a female. She had bangs that fell to the right side of her face along with her blonde hair, up in 2 pigtails. Her clothing consists of a purple long-sleeved blouse with a high collar under a grey top and a dark blue skirt with a split in the middle, revealing her leggings. She wears fingerless gloves and black sandals. She also had lipstick on her lips. Yup, she just looks like the post-war version. This is her best version. Did we interrupt something? Shikamaru asked lazily. Shikamaru, Temari. Look who's back. Sakura said while pointing at Naruto, who was shuffling under Tsunade's glare, trying to find an opening to escape from the Hokage. Once again Naruto surprised everyone when he appeared beside Temari and gave her a side hug. Mary-chan. Tell Bachan here that the fox and the desert flower is in porn. Naruto pleaded while pointing at Tsunade comically. Sakura blinked ha. Everyone was dumbfounded, even Kakashi had a shocked expression, well except Shikamaru and Jiraiya. Shikamaru saw Naruto once when he went to Sunagakur for some alliance talks, so he already knew. Mary-chan. Sakura and Tsunade mumbled together with blank wide eyes. It's been 1 whole year since she met her boyfriend, so Temari couldn't hold it back anymore. She grabbed his collar and pulled him into a kiss, ignoring everyone's gasps. Naruto couldn't help but smile against her mouth. She was bold, which was why he loved her. This is it, brat. Way to go. Jiraiya cheered mentally while taking notes. Kakashi just smiled at the scene, happy that Naruto found a girl to love. Temari broke the kiss and stared at him with eyes full of love. I missed you. Naruto brushed her hair away and stared at her enchanting green eyes. Me too, my desert flower. Temari blushed at the nickname, she always does whenever he calls her like that. Too bad they forgot they are in the Hokage office. Tsunade was immune to this bullshit, unlike her students who were looking at the scene with watery eyes. Brat, first you wrote porn, and now you are in a relationship that I don't know about. Naruto gulped, how the hell will he get out of this trouble? Temari chuckled nervously, it seems you gave Lady Hokage various reasons to get mad at you. Naruto was walking in the streets with hands in his pockets. Temari and Sakura were with him so they could see his fight against Kakashi. Too bad Shikamaru left them alone saying he had things to do. He liked how his friend became a responsible person, though he is still lazy as fuck. So Temari, what are you doing here? Not like a mind, Naruto questioned with a smirk. Temari gave him a deadpan look after she understood what was behind this smirk. Years ago her relationship with Naruto reached the utmost level of seriousness when Naruto had sex with her. I'm here for the Chunin exams, though I will leave tomorrow morning, Temari replied regrettably. Oh, Naruto muttered disappointedly and fell into depression. Both girls sweat dropped. Naruto was the most enigmatic person in the world. I'm in love with an idiot. Temari shook her head with amusement. Sakura thought about the Chunin exams. She always wondered how the hell Naruto was promoted. Naruto, how did you become a jounin? Naruto straightened up immediately and shrugged off his depression as if it never happened. Bachan saw me decent for such thing, and I'm glad she did. I can't imagine myself fighting little brats. Temari giggled a little bit at this. This is the thing I can watch for the entirety. Konoha no Ryuki is fighting genins. Naruto rolled his eyes. You know I can never give you such opportunity. Well, you are the only jounin along with Niji. You should have seen everyone's faces when they heard about you, Sakura said with a slight tone. Well, my development is good, but nothing compared to Gaara. He is the Kazekage now. He stared at the Hokage's stone faces and couldn't help but smile remembering his friend's accomplishment. The day Gaara became the Kazekage, he realized that no matter if a person fell into the darkness, there was always a beam of light, a beam that would guide a person to the right path. Flashback, people of Sunagakure gathered in front of the Kazekage tower to attend the coronation. They finally had a Kazekage after 2 years of waiting, so everyone was beaming with happiness. A certain brown-haired guy was just so excited that almost made him suspicious. Arasama, you are amazing. Congratulations. Bear raised an eyebrow at the loud outburst. Who is this guy? Kankuro was surprised like his brother. I never saw this fellow. Who is he? Kankuro asked Baki, who shrugged away. You are almost as amazing as me, keep working hard. Baki growled, that punk. Comparing himself to Lord Kazekage. Bear narrowed his eyes, he felt like he knew this guy. He turned to Temari who was giggling silently. What's funny, Temari? Gaara asked with wonder. Temari yelped, she turned to her little brother and waved him away. It's nothing, I just remembered something. Bear raised an eyebrow but said nothing. He kept waving to his people who were cheering for him. I will get him for this tonight. HMPH, he is lucky that I love him, Temari thought with a small blush. Flashback end. Naruto arrives on the ground where he is supposed to fight Kakashi, with Temari and Sakura in tow. He activated his sensing abilities, he sensed Jiraiya, Shizune, and Tsunade in the trees. He also saw Kakashi leaning against a tree while reading his new book. Temari, Sakura, why don't you join the others? Both nodded and walked away. Sakura looked at Temari with eyes full of mirth. You need to tell us about you and Naruto, I will gather the girls tonight. And Hinata? Temari asked hesitantly. After visiting Konoha a lot she started to form friendships with the girls, and after becoming friends, they told her about Hinata's crush on Naruto, but she didn't give a damn. Hinata being a kind girl and sweet is something, and Naruto's heart is something else. Naruto is hers, and only hers. Sakura froze. She forgot about Hinata's ultimate crush on Naruto. She immediately felt pity for poor Hinata. Hinata is cute, sweet, and beautiful, but Temari was a modern woman. She had a good fashion sense, a strong personality like Tsunade-sama, and in the end she was beautiful and a decent ninja. You're right, maybe we will gather later. Tsunade's voice cut off their conversation so Temari, here to watch the match, as well. Temari nodded with a smile. Yes ma'am, I'm excited to see what Konoha's strongest jounin is capable of. Everyone raised an eyebrow at this. Usually they would think she meant Kakashi, but she was Naruto's lover, so they understood her statement. You think Naruto can beat Kakashi-sensei? Sakura questions with shock. Temari just smirked and folded her hands. Just watch Sakura, Kakashi-san might be more experienced, but Naruto is bluntly stronger. Tsunade's excitement just increased after hearing this. At first she wanted to see Sakura and Naruto dealing against Kakashi together, but she decided it was overkill for her loyal ninja, and not to mention she wanted to see her son figure skills. Don't disappoint me Gaki. With Naruto and Kakashi, I remember we used this training field at our first test. Sasuke was there too. Kakashi watched Naruto to see if he would give away any reaction. He wasn't disappointed when Naruto's face stayed blank. That team was destined to fail. I hated Sasuke. Sakura used to hate me, and Sasuke hated everyone, Naruto said bluntly, getting a frown from Kakashi. Maybe at the beginning, but he started to develop feelings. Too bad his encounter with Itachi destroyed everything. Naruto shrugged off. Uchiha are always the same, it's something inside their blood, you just wait for the moment they explode. Madara founded the village with his friend, they destroyed armies and villages for Konoha, but in the end, Madara betrayed the village casually. The spectators and Kakashi were shocked at what Naruto just said. It was like Naruto was spitting facts instead of opinions. They didn't know that when Naruto went to Uzashigakure village, he found things at the archives that equaled all information in Konoha. There were things that a brain can't comprehend, scary things that Uzumaki's could do. Things that would have destroyed the shinobi world. Shiki Fujin was just a simple example of what his deceased clan was capable of. Audience, since when did Gaki care about history like this? I thought he hated reading, Tsunade thought with wonder. Jiraiya frowned when he went to Uzashigakure. He spent there 6 months by himself. When he returned he was a whole new person, and weirdly, he suddenly started to admire Lady Uzumaki Mido. Tsunade's eyes widened, she didn't hear this name for a long time. Basama. Jiraiya chuckled at her reaction. Yes, but we will speak later. The fight will start. Jiraiya directed his attention to the fight. He wondered how Naruto would defeat Kakashi. But Kakashi and Naruto, we will speak later. Now we will fight, Kakashi said, and removed his hit I-8 showing his Sharingan. Naruto smirked, silently released all his weight seal Sharingan this early. I don't think holding back will be a good idea. Shinobi first lesson. Taijutsu. Naruto moved forward at such speed that surprised everyone and started throwing punches with Kakashi. Kakashi was a cool person, so that's why he was able to hide his shock. He can't believe how much Naruto improved. This taijutsu was flawless, and the speed behind the punches was extraordinary. For the first time he felt his body wasn't able to react with his Sharingan. If Kakashi wasn't wincing he would have laughed at Naruto's statement. He felt deja vu. He hit hard and he is incredibly fast. Here it comes. He jumped in the air to dodge a kick that would have knocked him back. He is physically strong, he always was, and the speedy is faster than Guy. Better change the way of fighting. Kakashi started forming hand signs in the air. Speed left Naruto impressed. Kakashi inhaled air into his lungs. Kakak no jutsu fire style. Great fireball, he said before exhaling the jutsu in Naruto. Naruto thought about escaping. No, he smirked, this will leave everyone shocked. Before the fireball got any nearer, he pulled a scroll from his jacket and unrolled it. Fukahoin, Naruto muttered with a smirk. Instead of hitting him, the fireball was pulled into the scroll. The kanji glowed red before turning into black. He always holds these scrolls for emergencies. What? Kakashi muttered with shock. Naruto rolled the scroll lazily and put it back in his jacket. I could have dodged this, but this fight is to show my skills, right? Audience, Fuinjutsu can do this, Sakura said with awe. All she knew about Fuinjutsu was the storage seal. Shizune decided to elaborate her thoughts amazingly. He holds such scrolls with him, it seems he is always cautious. Tsunade shook her head with wonder. Amazing, kid really live up to his name. Back with Naruto and Kakashi. Naruto didn't give time for Kakashi to re-establish his thoughts again. Unlike Kakashi, he didn't need a lot of hand signs. He just clapped his hands and exhaled a huge gust of wind. Futen. Tatapa, wind style. Great breakthrough. Now his favorite topic is ninjutsu. He always hoped to see what a chakra monster like Naruto could do with ninjutsu. Ironically, he was getting what he hoped. He jumped away and landed on the water and decided to retort. Tsuriken no Jutsu water style. Water dragon jutsu, Kakashi exclaimed before sending a water dragon toward Naruto. Anyone standing beside Naruto would see a maniac smile on his face. This was funnier than he thought. But this fight lasted longer than he wanted. He will end this after dispelling this water dragon. Futen. Kazekiri. Wind style. Wind cutter jutsu, Naruto announced, and the air around him turned into wind blades that cut through the water dragon, dissolving it immediately. Audience, both are amazing. They are sending jutsu after Justu, Sakura said in awe. Temari nodded with agreement. Tsunade smirked. These girls knew nothing. Naruto didn't even use his lightning jutsu, he was just playing with Kakashi. Did he really become this powerful? To be fair, even Kakashi wasn't going all out, but Naruto was just built differently. Jiraiya watched carefully. Now it's time for Naruto to move. With Naruto and Kakashi. Kakashi was panting. He spent the past 5 minutes just dodging wind bullets, wind blades, wind gusts. He looked at Naruto and held himself from the gaping. There was not even one sweat on his face. I don't want to know from where you got such huge chakra reserves. Kyuubi or your Uzumaki genes? Naruto grinned cheekily. Maybe both. Kakashi snorted softly, but something was bugging his mind. You didn't use lightning jutsu. Naruto grinned and turned into a frown, showing his seriousness. The moment I use Raiten, this fight will end. It's that powerful, it surprised Kakashi. The statement didn't hold smugness or arrogance, no, it was just Naruto stating facts. He was a Raiten user, and not a normal one. Rikiri and Chidori were feared even by Kumo nins. Now he wanted to see Raiki's Raiten jutsu or he would not sleep the night. Then you can't defeat me without it. I can keep up if we stayed like this. Naruto sighed. If Kakashi wanted it, then who is he to say no? And he loved the feeling when he used lightning. It was part of him. Very well, Naruto muttered. He will show off his strongest jutsu. Dog, horse, tiger, bird. Kakashi watched with wide eyes full of awe. Purple electricity was dancing around his body. He shivered when he heard Naruto muttering jutsu's name. Raiten. Shirek. Lightning style. Purple dragon. Electricity around Naruto's body rolled in the air and turned into a dragon, twice bigger than the water dragon Kakashi used earlier. Shit, Naruto wasn't kidding. This can destroy a whole platoon of shinobi. Inside him he couldn't help but feel pride that his student turned into a great shinobi and a great Raiten user. For the first time he loved the basics when he saw the dragon heading at him. The dragon roared before hitting Kakashi, causing a huge shockwave. Audience, everyone watched the scene with awe and fear. The lightning was so strong that it almost blinded them, but they couldn't help but gape. Tsunade fought in the second and third Great Wars, but she never saw such a lightning jutsu. Shit. Naruto is finishing things. Here comes the shockwave. Jiraiya warned before the dragon hit the ground, causing a huge earthquake. The power behind the jutsu shook the whole training ground. The chakra and power behind the jutsu was enough to alert all the village. After 1 whole minute, the dust was cleared, showing a huge crater and Naruto kneeling in front of Kakashi, who was lying on his back. He looked worse than dead, but at least he is still alive. Kakashi-sensei. Sakura jumped to her sensei and began to heal him. Naruto scoffed at Kakashi. State, look at you, I told you it was dangerous. For the first time in his life he saw Kakashi speaking with enthusiasm and excitement. I always knew Raiten had such potential, Kakashi said between pants. Naruto was about to retort when heard a clapping. He turned and saw Tsunade giving him a shitty grin. Jiraiya couldn't help but laugh at Kakashi's state. Brat's ass got kicked. Haha, look at you, Kakashi. Where is Konoha's strongest jounin? Kakashi just growled but said nothing. He just wanted to get back home and read the new book. Tsunade ignored Jiraiya, who was teasing Kakashi, and praised Naruto wholeheartedly. Brat. I'm a lightning user, but I never dared to even think about such jutsu. Naruto smiled at her. Don't be greedy, Bachan, you already have powerful taijutsu and medical ninjutsu. Tsunade chuckled at this, though something was bugging her mind. Why purple? Your favorite color is orange. Naruto appeared beside Temari. His arm was draped across her shoulder, pulling her clothes, getting a yelp from the same girl. You see, Ba-chan, I missed Mary-chan's 16th birthday, so I believe this would be a great apology to her. The color of my style is her favorite color, Naruto explained, causing Temari to blush. Shizune and Sakura, who finished healing Kakashi, cooed at this all. Sakura even went as far as to say, eyes shining with mirth. I'm so jealous of you, Temari. Temari just looked away with a huge blush on her face. Damn Naruto for embarrassing her like this. She will make him pay back for sure. Tsunade felt her mouth twitching at the explanation. A smirk broke upon her face. Quite a romantic one, aren't you? Naruto shrugged off. Well, better than being a pervert. Hey. I took offense. Jiraiya howled at his student. Naruto sweat dropped at this. Only you take offense by this. Tsunade ignored her dumb teammate and turned to Kakashi, who looked better than his previous state. So what do you think, Kakashi? She felt dumber than her teammate when she saw Kakashi's deadpan look. Excuse me? Kakashi questioned. Tsunade coughed to hide her embarrassment. Forget it, Naruto. She called Naruto, who was busy chatting with Temari and Sakura, technically getting praises. Hi. From tomorrow on you will participate with Team 7 at missions. Report tomorrow at 8 am sharp, Tsunade said before gesturing to Jiraiya and Shizune to follow her. All the three disappeared in a puff of smoke. Kakashi stood up and exhaled a breath. He was back to normal after Sakura's care and eating a food pill. You heard got him by Kakashi give them an eye smile and disappear in a leaf shunshin. We are left alone. This is lame, Sakura muttered. She looked at her friends who were trying to have a moment. As a considerable girl she decided to give them a moment. I will leave you guys. See you tomorrow, Naruto. Sakura waved to her friends and jumped away. Naruto smiled. He understood why Sakura left. She really grew up. Her growth is just as awesome as mine. Temari nodded with agreement, comparing Sakura to the pathetic girl she met 4 years ago. She really grew up. So Temari, where are you sleeping tonight? It's not like he cares about the answer. There is no way he is leaving her tonight. He missed her. The hotel, Temari said simply. She winced when she saw Naruto's frown. Hotel, really? How about we go on a date? Naruto said sarcastically. Temari raised her hands to calm down her lover. Honey, I didn't mean it. It's just that your home can't be clean after you abandoned it for such a long time. I don't want to be a heavyweight. She was silenced when Naruto kissed her. Naruto was just an amazing kisser. Before she got more excited, Naruto broke the kiss. He put his hands around her waist and his forehead against hers, getting a smile from her. You're already living inside my heart. Why do you think you will be a heavyweight in my house? Naruto whispered. Temari's eyes brightened at the words and grinned like a goofy, just like Lady Tsunade said Naruto was a romantic guy. And about house, I already sent a Kage Bunshin to clean everything. Temari smirked at this such multitask jutsu. Then what are we waiting for? Naruto tickled her and carried her in bridal style. He wiggled his eyebrows. Nothing. So a simple smile was on her face before the two of them vanished in a lightning shunshin under the moonlight. Temari's laugh is the last thing heard as they both disappeared, leaving the empty training ground. They wouldn't be in such a mood if they knew what was happening in Suna. Thanks for watching my video. Leave a like if you enjoyed my video and also do consider subscribing to my channel for more awesome content. See you next time. Till then, sayonara.